my name is Rebecca Shepard. I'm here with Peter Huckabo, and we are tax attorneys. We are here today to talk to you about how to prepare an employee retention credit file for an examination or an audit by the IRS before you have received your refund checks. The IRS has stated recently there's going to be a shift and there's going to be a lot more examinations before checks are issued for the employee retention credit. Well, going out into the community, Peter and I have talked to a lot of business owners who have filed for the employee retention credit and just have the 941s. So, Peter, what do we tell them that they need to put together in order to best prepare for an examination?
Well, so first, I think just to put this into context, what is being filed with the IRS is a 5-page form. There's very little information on that document. By instruction, the worksheet where some of the computations are done is not included with the filing. And frankly, the top line number on that worksheet is in and of itself a conclusion based on a ton of work done off any government form. So what needs to be done in these situations now that the government is pushing scrutiny before checks are being issued is that you really need to build out your file and understand your eligibility and understand where qualified wages come from and how they're computed. That is what we are seeing with the government issuing information document requests. That's how these audits and examinations get started. And they are asking for exactly what you would anticipate that they would ask for. If you are qualifying based on a significant decline in gross receipts, you need to be able to show your quarterly P&Ls and show that the declines are significant enough per the statutory requirements. If you are qualifying based on a governmental order limiting commerce, travel, or group meetings due to COVID-19, you need to be able to show not only the governmental orders, but the government is pushing you to quantify the more than nominal portion of the business that was restricted or identifying the more than nominal effect as a result of these governmental orders. This is what we are starting to see. There's no surprises, but the challenge here is that a lot of taxpayers have worked with preparers who have not provided these documents, who have not worked with them and had an ongoing conversation about eligibility or provided them with these work papers. So what we're here doing today, I think, is just encouraging people to do it now, be prepared for these examinations so that you can get in, get out quickly, and receive your refunds that you're entitled to.
So it is really important to talk to somebody, make sure you understand what you need to put together. We have done this for people who have not filed with us. If you file with us, obviously you should have all of your substantiation and documentation along with, legal memorandum explaining your eligibility from one date to the other. So we encourage you, if you filed with another provider that didn't give you these government orders, didn't give you work papers, didn't provide you with an employee count and other items that you need to determine eligibility, along with the calculations for the qualified wages, we do encourage you to reach out to a trusted tax professional, whether it's your CPA or a tax attorney, and make sure that your file is built out so when the IRS does connect with you, you're ready to go. We found that in this space, the revenue agents are a little less patient than they are in different types of audits where they want you to be ready to go. They expect that your file is already prepared and that they aren't necessarily going to give you that 45 days, 60 days. They're under a lot of pressure to get these files moving and want to make sure that they can properly do that in a correct amount of time. And then finally, what is a government order? There's a lot of different information out there, some better than others as far as what constitutes a government order. Make sure you have a for real government order and not a declaration by a mayor saying, keep your people safe during COVID-19. That is not going to be sufficient. You need to actually have a true government order that's federal, state, or local that had an impact on your operation. Peter and I are happy to talk to anyone, whether you've gone with somebody else and you just have a couple of questions, or you actually did want to have us work with you and help build out your file for that examination that's coming down the pipe. We're happy to do that. So as some of you may know, Peter and I got our roots started in tax controversy and have been practicing for about 12 years each before the pandemic began. Once the pandemic began, we realized that we needed to help our clients and make sure they were able to sustain operations. So we used PPP and EIDL and FFCRA and eventually the Employee Retention Credit to help our clients make it through these really difficult times. Since then, we've been able to help all kinds of people, not just our clients, in order to properly claim the Employee Retention Credit.